Yeah, y'all come up in here. Come up in here. New York fans, come one, come all. First things first, that like button right in front of your face, you know, the one that doesn't cost anything to hit. I need y'all to hit that like button. I got some more news about the New York Knicks, and it's coming from the Athletics insider, Shams Charania. What up, family? Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. And like I've been telling you guys, New York Knicks fans, the Knicks are not done. If you think or if you thought they were going to trade Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett and only get back OG Anunoby and say, hey, we're ready to make a run at the Boston Celtics, we're ready to make a run at the Milwaukee Bucks, we're ready to make a run at the Philadelphia 76ers, then think again. Shams Charania is reporting today that the Knicks are not done making moves and they got their eyes set on Karl Anthony Towns. Now, as you guys know, Karl Anthony Towns has had his eyes set on the New York Knicks. And as you guys know as well, Leon Rose, the New York Knicks front office, they've had their eyes set on Karl Anthony Towns too. Problem is, Karl Anthony Towns, well, for Minnesota and possibly for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns' new contract extension kicks in next year. He won't be a free agent until the summer of 2028. So what are the Knicks willing to give up that the Minnesota Timberwolves would want? Would that include Quentin Grimes, who's been out of the rotation as of late, and the New York Knicks are strapped with 8 future first-round picks. Now, I told you guys once the OG Anunoby deal went down, the Knicks weren't done. I told Julius Randle, don't get comfortable. I know he's been balling out of his mind the last 9 or 10 games or so. But Julius Randle, we know what you look like when it matters the most. And Knicks fans, don't come in the comment section trying to come for my throat. Blame Julius Randle. You guys seen him in playoff series. Don't blame me. Julius Randle, don't get comfortable. Quentin Grimes, don't get comfortable. Now, the question remains on the other side, the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are currently the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Karl Anthony Towns has been balling. Rudy Gobert has been balling. Ant Edwards has been balling. The Timberwolves are number 1 in the West. So what does Minnesota want to do? Do they feel they can get back a lot of assets from the New York Knicks to pair somebody else up with Ant Edwards and Rudy Gobert and Jalen McDaniels? That is the question. Minnesota holds the leverage in that deal. A, because Karl Anthony Towns' extension doesn't kick in until next season, and it's a 4-year extension. B, they're the number 1 team in the West. Why break things up right now? Now, that doesn't mean that Karl Anthony Towns himself doesn't want to be in New York, because from what I'm being told and from what I know from this past summer, he got himself a new crib out there in New York this past summer. But Minnesota does hold the leverage in this case. They're the number 1 team in the West. They got Karl Anthony Towns under contract. They could sell him on Ant Edwards and the Rudy Gobert thing, especially the Rudy Gobert thing currently working out for the Wolves. That looked like a terrible trade when it first went down with the Jazz, especially with the way Walker Kessler was playing last season in his rookie year. I haven't heard a peep out of Walker Kessler this year. All that hype that was around that kid, where is it now? That's another story for another day. But the Knicks can also make some other moves as well. So it's going to be real interesting to see what the Knicks do moving forward. How bad do you guys want to win the East? What is your plan for the future? Does that future consist of the left-handed power forward that only goes left, that looks down when he dribbles, gets hot during the regular season, and when it comes to the playoffs and there's specific game plans for him, he can't come through? Can you rely on that? Also, would the Timberwolves want Julius Randle? That's a great question to ask. And how many of those 8 first-round picks are the New York Knicks willing to give up? That's something that will remain to be seen. We know Leon Rose likes his CAA guys. I'll get into that another day. But it's going to be real interesting to see what the Knicks are willing to give up. Once again, Shams Charania, NBA insider for The Athletic, is reporting that the Knicks are not done making moves. Like I said, they weren't. And they're looking to land Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns still under contract with the Wolves, starting a new, fresh 4-year contract next year. T-Wolves in first place. T-Wolves going to have all the leverage. Now, it's real interesting with New York as well. What do you do with Quentin Grimes? If I'm New York, I'm doing whatever I can to hold on to Quentin Grimes. You guys didn't want to include him in the Donovan Mitchell trade. You guys didn't want to include him in other trades. But now, Quentin Grimes has fallen out of the rotation with Tom Thibodeau. So what value does New York place on Quentin Grimes? What value do you guys place on those future 8 first-round draft picks? New York, y'all stuck between a rock and a hard place. How bad do you guys want to change the narrative around your franchise? How bad do you guys want to go all in now and try to make something shake? Jalen Brunson is young enough. OG Anunoby is young enough. If you surround that with Karl Anthony Towns, you'll get the role players that you're looking for. Josh Hart is a part of that future, or else you don't sign him to that contract you did this past summer. Dante DiVincenzo is part of that future, or else you don't sign him in free agency. Quentin Grimes, Julius Randle, 8 future first-round picks. New York, pick up the phone and see what Minnesota wants. Like I said, the leverage is with the T-Wolves. They got Karl Anthony Towns for another 4 years, and they're the number 1 team in the West. So why should they look for a way to break up their team right now? Knicks fans, jump in my comments. Y'all let me know. I got another one coming right after this. Woj speaking on the Pascal Siakam situation in Toronto. You don't want to miss that, man. Once again, hit that like button that's right in front of your face. That doesn't cost a damn thing. That's all I got for right now. I'll be back in a few moments with more news coming out of the NBA. Raptor fans, you might want to tune in for this, man. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. Like I always say, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. I'm out.